Yo, what up fam? Welcome back on Codex Reacts. I'm back in the game, back on the mic with another creepy TikTok compilation. So if you haven't done it yet, hit and smash the like button for me. Smash the subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on the next episode. And now, let's get into it. Real or not? Cap or not? That's the question.
Why is that dark? Okay.
Yo.
God, no! No!
I mean, that was a dangerous game. You guys let me know. Should the insurance pay for it or not? When you play with wild animals and you found out. Sad story, but what's going on with the lime juice?
Oh my god. Spider.
Oosh.
He's gonna look for eggs because he's saying that that's the cure.
Those people are working hard for our bananas.
The spider was defending the eggs. Oh.
I bet Andy's first time.
Let me show you something here about authenticity. And you guys tell me what you think about this. Can you see those sunflowers? Sunflowers have a thing called heliotropism. They face the sun and curve their face towards the sun every day, all day, every hour to absorb the sun. Can you see there? Yeah. Yeah, they got their face turned away from the sun here. Now, if you look up over through there, you can see the beans and the corn and all that kind of stuff. And they don't have much choice. It's either grow straight up or fall down. But these sunflowers have a completely different mechanism. And for some reason, they don't like the sun. Now, I don't know what's causing that, but I'm inclined to say that the very people that took down my videos also might be responsible for this.
Something's
I
up.
don't know that to be the truth, and I have no one to point a finger at. But I do know that these sunflowers are not facing the right direction. This is a farm boy. Let me know what you think about that.
Yo, that's a hell of a ride. Like nothing. Back on track.
Should a 10-year-old be able to purchase cigarettes?
No.
Should a 10-year-old be able to purchase a gun?
No.
Why not?
You can't make that decision at that point.
She's logic.
They don't understand the complexities of it, and they are not. Their brain isn't developed to the point that they can make a decision like that.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, should a 10-year-old be able to decide if they are a boy or a girl?
I don't know.
Oh, now she doesn't know.
Why not?
I think this is such a complex issue, and I've seen both sides of it. I don't know the answer to it.
Have y'all seen what I just saw? They are saying, they're reporting that 80,000 people at a Travis Scott concert caused an earthquake. That's not what I think it is. I can't show you an example on this platform, but I can tell you that is a warlock. That was a giant chant, and they were literally casting spells, and when everyone went together, they all matched their aura at the same exact time. This is the same kind of crap we see at the Grove. Almost identical. Y'all, it's a ritual. It's a satanic ritual. And people that try to deny that he's a warlock, I don't even have time for y'all no more. When the end arrives, it's really the beginning. The true dystopia is here. Know what lies beneath the surface? Did you forget his hell invite? It's literally a painting from the 1500s called Christ in Limbo. Like in the same concert when he created that portal. That earthquake was literally God because he's angry, or because the magic these people are doing. These guys aren't even coherent right now. It's a trance, a mass trance.
Does someone own Frankie Valli's soul or something? Because who's forcing this man to still be performing at 90? I'm pretty sure at one point he even forgot where he was.
Man, he's getting too old for that.
I mean, I love me some Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons, but at this point, it's almost like you're watching an animatronic Frankie Valli with these lip syncs. I don't think you need any proof to know that he's lip syncing. But check out this clip from a few months back. Whenever I watch it, I feel like Frankie is staring into my soul or something. It gives me nightmares.
if it's a prank for views, that's a good one because all the candles are still on. So we'll light them up.
Well, guys, let's talk about demonic possession and entity attachments via alcohol. Have you ever wondered why alcohol is ingrained in society? Think about it. You finish work, you get drunk. At the weekend, you get drunk. You get married, you get drunk. Someone dies, you get drunk. It's so normalized, yet it poisons our body and it opens us up to spirits. That's why we say drinking spirits. That's why they call them jinn. Jinn are demons. What do we drink? We drink gin and tonic. The word alcohol is derived from the Arabic word al-ghul, which is a demonic spirit. So every time we get drunk, we alter our consciousness and we become open to be hosted. This is why people don't act the same. People say you weren't like you normally are. Well, that's because they have an entity working through them. We need to stop with the alcohol, guys.
Things I find most striking is the presence of Antarctica on ancient maps, because we didn't discover it until 1820, and yet it's on maps drawn in the 1500s with great detail, which again were based on much older source maps that have now been lost to us. The astonishing thing is the so-called Pinkerton world map. It just shows a hole where Antarctica is. A Wolsey-Wooler world map drawn in 1530 or thereabouts, you find Antarctica is present. Orontius Phineas map. That map shows Antarctica exactly where it should be. There's Antarctica at the tip of South America, just south of South Africa.
And what did they call it back then?
Well, they call it the Southern Land. And it's larger than it is today, but it was larger than it is today during the Ice Age. Antarctica was a much bigger. Now, what the fuck is it doing on a map drawn in the 1500s, which we know was based on older source maps when nobody knew it existed in the 1500s? To me, the obvious answer is we are dealing with the fingerprints of a lost civilization.
Lost maps. Nah, they made them disappear.
Sugar. If you're talking about cane sugar, sucrose, I would try to limit that as much as possible, unfortunately. I gave up eating desserts in my 40s, though I do steal it from people at the table, so Serena orders the desserts for me. But really, sugar is something that is known to be toxic in the long run. It's sucrose, which forms glucose, will attach to your body's components. Your proteins will become what's called glycated, and that's known to drive aging as well. So that's why we try to not eat too much, and so we don't want to eat a lot of sugar. But there are substitutes. There's, for example, monk fruit produces sugar, which Serena has told me to try, and it tastes just as good as sugar, and it doesn't give you that spike, and that should be good for longevity. Honey is not so good in large amounts. Stevia, I think, is okay, but it's all on a scale.
But I want to show you linchpin now. Here I'm an Oscar-nominated actor that is known all around the world, face recognition, vocal recognition, all around the world. I've invented a new form of flight, tangential flight, the ability to fly around your own center of mass, something they've never been able to do. And you don't hear anything about it. It means right now, fixed-wing aircraft, you can go
Never heard
4
about it.
degrees of direction. They go up, down, some can go forwards and backward, backwards and right to left. But this is able to spin around its own center of mass. Completely spin around its own center of mass, something people are able to do it by falling, but this is a sustained system. Because this is the geometry of hydrogen, any bond that hydrogen can make, linchpin can make, and what they're basically doing is building the periodic table in front of you, and they're all following this queen as a colony, and they'll do everything that she's doing. This is 4 of them that's going to come together to pick up a barrel.
And what's powering
them? Right now, we're going to use hydrogen fuel cells. But I have another system, that I was going to talk about in a second. But it's an unlimited source of power. But,
so hydrogen fuel cells,
or you can use lithium batteries.
And how are they moving? Are those like propellers?
Yeah, those are props. But
okay.
But that right there, what we have right there is a collective pitch. So instead of the props having to turn themselves around, instead of all the props having to turn themselves around to stop and turn in the opposite direction, they just switch. the direction. They just so it's a collective pitch, and it changes. And so now instead of going up, you're going down. But now 5 of them will come together, and watch what the 5 does with. So this is the end of cranes. This is the, and how many is necessary, and they can, since this is the fractal, they can be as small as a nanoparticle, or they can be as large as the universe, because the entire universe comes down to this.
The Domino's Pizza Institute announced yesterday that they are nearing completion of their 30-year study testing the limits of what human beings will eat.
People willingly ate everything our lab created. In fact, they pay money for it. The results continue to surprise me.
Over the course of the study, Domino's scientists have found that decreasing the nutritional value and increasing the visual repulsiveness of their pizzas only makes them more popular.
This applies to the crispy melt pizza. It's basically one pizza inverted on top of another pizza. It looks like something no animal should consume, much less a human.
One recent creation is constructed out of a cardboard-based crust layered in Oreo cookie crumbs and drizzled with a wax-like substance.
We hypothesized that the sight of it alone would repulse customers, but it became one of the most popular items on the menu.
The Domino's scientists now believe that a certain percentage of human beings may have a genetic predisposition to eat unhealthy foods made from other, even unhealthier foods. The Institute will next test human tolerance of the crispy nacho platter pizza, the big New York hot dog pizza, and the strawberries and cream pizza.
In the final stages of the study, pizzas with actual garbage. But judging from our findings, people will probably eat those too.
Dr. Moore said he initially had moral issues with conducting the tests on humans, but has since come to see the subjects as, quote, cheese and sauce consuming beasts.
I don't know what he did, but if you guys know, let me know in the comments.
Travis, watch this. Burn him. Travis. Sorry. Travis, what happened? Travis. De l'autre côté, Alice. En face, elle est en face. L'interpellation du rappeur. Travis. Reculez là. Ok. Pour répondre à l'interpellation, savoir qu'est-ce qui s'est passé, les messieurs. Attention, il y a des grades.
He looks out of it.
Reculez, messieurs, là. Allez. Désolé. Hey, préparez-vous. Hey! Hey!
Hey! Like, there's nobody on that boat. Nobody on that yet. They're all asleep. Maybe too drunk.
No.
Little strange.
Many of you think that you're fighting, your past or some enemy you have in your life, your supervisor or some family member, or you might think your enemy is your wife or your husband. What you don't know is that your entire life you've been fighting demons. Now, where do demons come from? Demons come from people. Those people that you believe are your enemies are actually the ones, the conduit to you receiving that demon. Some trauma in your past from that person transferred their demon to you. That's how demons pass. All of you should go out, if you would like, on your leisure and go read the book Interview with a Vampire. In that book, they describe the vampire that turns you into a vampire. They call that person your maker, because you were human at one time, normal. You could walk in the sunlight. Then you met this monster, and this monster attacked you and hurt you. And now you're a monster just like him. That person is your maker. Well, so many of you, you've had makers in your life, your family members, your uncle, your cousin, some woman, some man, some teacher, some sports coach. And that monster turns you into a monster. What did they give you? A demon.
I don't know about demons, or maybe it's just psychological. You know, sometimes kids, they look up to their siblings, older siblings, and they may not set the best example. You guys let me know in the comments.
This next video was taken at a storage facility where a father owns a storage unit containing obscure vintage items. The facility is well known for being creepy, but it's the contents of this unit that's by far the creepiest. Among all things inside is a toy monkey that the father knows is worth a lot of money. Although initially not wanting to sell the doll, he now hopes that someone would buy it off his hands as soon as possible. Ever since having it, the stuff inside his unit would move on their own. Now, noise complaints would often be made by employees who accuse the man of living in his storage, but after setting up a camera to show that it's the stuff inside being thrown around, he captures this.
Ooh, creepy as hell. I'll burn it. I'll burn it.
Like something straight out of a horror movie, the toy doll moves on its own. The staff working at the storage facility were just as spooked as the man who owns this unit. He believes that this is the culprit behind the strange noises employees heard. While there has yet to be a prospective buyer for this doll, the man continues to document the monkey on the off chance that something else is caught on camera. But currently, nothing else has happened.
Have you heard of the plant called Shankapiedra?
Nope.
Know that plant breaks kidney stone when they have never seen a kidney, and they've probably never seen a kidney stone, but they call that plant a stone breaker. And when you ask them, I was in South America in the jungle, and I asked them, how do you know that this plant breaks kidney stones? And they say, the plant told me.
Yeah, same with ayahuasca.
Yeah.
And the chacruna plant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They take ayahuasca and then they speak to the plant, and the plant told them that breaks kidney stone. Every scientist will tell you this is ridiculous, folks medicine, it's worthless, until they did a study on 20 people and they saw that all the kidney stone fractures into millions of pieces and you pass them without any pain. For me, ancestral knowledge, tens of thousands of people for centuries, is so much more valuable than a study.
Would you wear a clothing line whose marketing focused on phrases like armor of the night, or who said our homes were digital battlefields? Singer MIA created a clothing line that did exactly that. MIA is selling product that have people all over the internet raising their eyebrows. A $100 tin foil bucket hat. Yes, you heard me right. Tin foil hats, like what we've seen in the movie Signs or in shows like Better Call Saul. The Health News team recently published an article where we looked at MIA's clothing line and found that the products contain pure copper nickel shielding fabric, which protects people from electromagnetic waves caused by Wi-Fi or 5G. The World Health Organization says that there are no adverse health effects that can be casually linked to exposure to wireless technologies. In fact, all objects naturally emit waves as part of their regular thermal emission. This means rocks, trees, buildings, dirt all contribute to our minimal exposure. The clothing brand website itself states that conspiracy theorists could potentially be wrong, but if they're right, then the clothing brand could save humanity.
Of course, those electromagnetic waves are harmless. But guess what? I won't be surprised if they take that clothing brand down. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.